rice cake.
I guess the first thing
I
want to talk about is I read recently a post you made reviewing your own movie.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't quite flattering.
Oh, shit.
Well, I'm going to disagree with you here. I've admittedly...
Did you watch it?
I've only watched half of it.
I haven't seen your shit half there.
No. I looked, and the only reason why I haven't watched it all is because...
well, let me clarify. I said it was shit in the main fact I'm disappointed because they had training partners like my friend Kurt that's known me for 20 years that lived with me. I lived with him. What the hell did I touch? I had my friend Mike Yablond that lived with me for years in Venice. There was Samir Banu. There were so many people that actually knew me, lived with me, trained with me. Similar like Chris Cormier's documentary, which was done great, one of the best I've seen, where they interviewed his training partners, his friends, his family. Whereas like I said, they had a bit of family on here, but then they put Jay Cutler on, who I know Jay to say hello to, who doesn't know me like personally. So there was so much they left out that they did film. There was so much they didn't film, and they had all the context to the film. Another friend of mine, Richard, from up in Texas there, who owns the City Blend Smoothies that I used to train with. He was with me for the 2006 racing. He'd come racing with me and film me, and when I won the Ironman and stuff, I gave him his contacts. I didn't interview him. So there was just so much shit they left out. It could have been so much better. And then even the name, when they said we'll show you a rough copy of it beforehand, I told them the bits I didn't like. I told them that I wanted all these other people added.
Yeah.
And then the name, Lee Priest versus Bodybuilding, I said it's a shit name. It sounds like I'm against bodybuilding, like that's my whole thing. And then out of all the footage, they never show one IFBB Pro win. What they did was show me getting second at this show, third at that show, second again at the Ironman, second at San Francisco, second at the Australian show. Like there's 3 shows there that I've won. And it didn't show me winning a show until I got to the universe. So it was just pretty poorly done.
Oh, look, I thought it was, and the reason why I haven't watched it all is because I don't really watch movies because I don't have time to sit down with the kids, and we planned to do it, and yeah, like one of the twins had a meltdown, and it just, my life's a bit of a mess at home. But,
take control.
Yeah, well, I try, but anyway, I just thought it was really good. I've heard the stories about your early robberies of at the hands of
the IFBB.
Yeah, and if anything, it shouldn't have been Lee Priest versus bodybuilding. It should have been Lee Priest versus Lee Priest triumphing over being screwed by the IFBB.
Or Lee Priest my way, or Lee Priest whatever.
Yeah.
Who knows? But
the thing I got from your mum and the other earlier influences was how much you loved it, as opposed to, hating it. But I think it was just the politics of.
Well, I always loved the training, so the politics side with competing and all the other bullshit ruins everything, I guess. But
and are you still in contact with Generation Iron?
they blocked me.
Oh, really?
I got blocked. Oh well.
And why was that?
I guess I didn't like what I had to say. And the thing was too, I only got 7,000, which first they wanted to give me 5. I said, come on. I don't get any percentage of sales, so when they sell it on, that's what I got was, because I only wanted, the main thing for me was to put out a good documentary about my life from start to finish, giving people insight to who I am, and they pretty much dropped the ball on that. Yes, there's a little bit in there, but there's, like I said, so many people that could have been on there, friends, like I said, training partners, people that have known me, lived with me, could have given so many more stories and so much more stuff that they could have put on there that, it wasn't really about the money, but people say, oh, you must have got a lot for this and a lot for that. So when I say no, and they got 7, like, why are you complaining? I'm like, I'm not complaining. He's asked me what I got paid for it. I'm telling you. So if it was done like Chris Cormier's and shit like that, I would have done it for free because I'd rather just have a good story out there that people like.
Yeah, look, I was sort of hoping that there might have been some lines of communication still open in that you could do like a sequel to it, like
if I do another one, I'll do it with Gary Phillips and that, and Darren, who did Chris Cormier. So
yeah,
he's talking about maybe doing a book. I know that one guy did a book. Well, wrote it all down. That was how many years ago?
yeah. I haven't heard from him for a while.
Regan,
yeah,
done a book. So I occasionally hear from him, but you know, it's been that long. I could do another whole book.
No, it's War and Peace. The chapters keep getting added on.
Yeah, so I haven't done it. So maybe in the long run, I might do another documentary. Lee Priest, the real one.
Yeah.
It's almost like, you know, if they bring out a big movie, like Independence Day.
Yeah.
And then on DVD will come, you know, July 4th. And it's the same similar movie, but one's top blockbuster, the other one's real shitty acting, bad special effects. Where the Generation Iron can be that one, and the next Lee Priest documentary will be the big blockbuster one.
Oh, okay. Well, look, I didn't think it was too bad. I thought
it wasn't too bad. It gives you some insight, like I said, and there's some funny stories there. But when you see the way Chris has done, if you ever get a chance to see that one, like I said, interviews his training partners. They talk about everything from the training. They show all his contests, what it was like here and there. It got more into what it should have been.
Yeah.
Rather than trying this Lee Priest versus the IFBB, like my whole career, I was just out to
cause
hate
trouble.
the IFBB and stuff like that. And then, like I said, to not show one win in the IFBB to me is just stupid. Why just show my second places at all these shows and stuff like that? So.
Yeah. Oh, I just thought the part with the failed drug test and and then backed up with the 12-month suspension for not competing, even though you're
told I didn't have to.
Yeah. I thought, and then being allowed to compete by
paying a fine.
I just thought that was
the fine. What was it? The fine went to like a month or two after, so to do it, I had to pay the fine.
Yeah, I just think things like that just show, it wasn't Lee Priest against bodybuilding, it was Lee Priest against
against
the IFBB.
Well, originally I told him I would rather be called something like Lee Priest, this is me. It's just something similar like that, you know?
Yeah.
I am Lee, like at the end where I say I'm at Lee. It's just like, I think that's the last thing you asked me, and who is Lee Priest? I'm just like, I'm Lee.
Yeah.
So you could have just called it something simple like that, but when you say Lee Priest versus bodybuilding, everyone's going like, oh, he's going to rip into it.
Yeah. I would have said Lee Priest, born to be a bodybuilder.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. Born to be a fucking idiot. In brackets, bodybuilder.
No, I thought that they did it really well, how you got into it, and
could have just been born to be me. It could have been. I told, like I said, by the time I hated the name, like, why did you go ahead and call it that? It's just. And then I said they're trying to with the controversy too much in the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's only a small part of my whole 35-year plus in the sport.
Yeah.